Dear student, we are in chapter solution and lecture number 9. Phenomenon mentioned in the beginning of the section can be explained on the basis of osmosis. ચેપ્ટરની સ્ટાર્ટિંગમાં ઘણી બધી ફિનોમિનન which occurs around us in our daily life can be explained on the basis of osmosis. We can explain on the basis of osmosis. A raw mango placed in concentrated salt solution loses water via osmosis and shrivel into pickle. એટલે અથાણું હોય છે, મીઠાનું દ્રાવણ હોય, solution of NaCl. Pickles means અથાણું આપણા ઘરનું household piece of mango we are taking. So outer concentration is high than inner inside the mango. So water coming out loses water and it will be shrivel. Understood? So wilted flower revives when placed in the fresh water. Yes. In the pot of the water, pure water is taken. Here outside concentration is low, but inner concentration is high. So water is moving from outside to inside. So flowers revive in fresh water. A character, gajar, from the farm, which comes in our market after 2 or 3 days. It looks something loose, but when we put into the water, so it became hard, tough and fresh. Why? It loses its water and it became unfresh. And when we put down in the water, it became fresh. Carrot absorb water from the outside. Lymph, because of water loss into the atmosphere, can be placed into the water, making it firm. Once again, water will move into the cell through osmosis. When placed in water containing less than 0.9% mass by volume salt, actually concentration of our blood inside is equal to 0.9% weight by weight of NaCl solution. But when we take less than concentration 0.9% weight by volume of NaCl, and we are taking our blood cell into it, so what happens there? So blood having more concentration than outer, so flow of the water coming from lower concentration to high, so blood cells swell, એટલે ફૂલી જશે due to flow of water in them by osmosis. I am giving you household example. Black grapes, everybody has seen. When we take into the cold water in the night, in morning it will be swell. કાળી દ્રાક્ષ છે ને પાણીમાં રાખી દેજો, ઓલી સુકાઈ ગયેલી સૂકા મેવાની કાળી દ્રાક્ષ આવે છે, black grapes, dry. When we put down in the water throughout the night, in the morning it will be swell due to osmosis. Inner concentration is high of the dry grapes than outer. So molecules of the water are moving into the grape and it will be swell and it look like this. Osmosis. People taking a lot of salt or salty food experiences water retention in tissue cells and intercellular spaces because of osmosis. When we take more salt in our food, so water of our cell coming out and it will be shrivel, સંકોચાઈ જશે, and water which જે tissues છે in the inter સેલની વચ્ચેની સ્પેસમાં વોટર ભરાઈ જશે અને ઘણીવાર આવી ફરિયાદ કરે કે પાણી ભરાઈ ગયું. The resulting puffiness or swelling is called and that disease is called edema. Water movement from soil into plant root and subsequently into upper portion of the plant is partly due to the osmosis. Yes, root of the plant is lying in the soil. Outside concentration is low than inner, so root absorb water due to osmosis. Outer concentration low of the soil, inner of the root is high, so water moving from outside soil to in the root. હવે concentration છે decrease થાય તો અહીંયા high છે, so lower to higher concentration flow will be start. This is also of osmosis. The preservation of meat mass by salting and of fruits by adding sugar protects against bacterial action. Meat mass we can preserve by spreading NaCl over it. આની ઉપર NaCl spread કર દીધો. So what happens? Inside water moves out. So no any bacterial reaction occurs inside and it will be protected. Some fruits we are taking in our sugar, concentrated sugar માં રાખવામાં આવે. So inside water coming out and it will be safe. Bacterial process will be stopped. Fruit loses water and shrivels and dies and cell છે dead થઈ જાય અને long time સાચવી શકાય. Now another point is the RO system. Everybody had listened about this word RO plant, RO system, reverse osmosis and water purification. In the osmosis, what happens actually? One side, when we take a pure water, and another side salty water, and between them we are taking SPM, semi-permeable membranes. So what happens? We know from lower concentration to high concentration flow of the water moves and it maintains pure water. SPM means semi-permeable membranes. Here one side is pure water, another side is salty water. So water is coming from lower concentration to higher. That is called osmosis. But when we apply more pressure over the surface of the solution, so osmosis will be stopped, and that pressure is called osmotic pressure. Now we are increased pressure over the solution, not on solvent. So opposite flow of the water starts. That is called reverse osmosis. એટલે અહીંથી વોટર આવતું હતું એને પ્રેશર આપ્યું લટકી ગયું. હવે પ્રેશર ઓસ્મેટિક પ્રેશર કરતા વધારે ઇન્ક્રીઝ કરો એટલે એની opposite directionમાં flow of the water start થાય. That is the reverse osmosis. This method is very useful for getting pure water from the sea water. The direction of osmosis can be reversed if a pressure larger than the osmotic pressure. This one, fresh water. SPM means semi-permeable membranes, cellophane paper, parchment paper. Another side is salty water. Flow of the water comes from fresh water to salty water. So we are applying pressure equal to pi, so flow will be stopped. Now we are increasing pressure more than pi, more than osmotic pressure, so flow will be start opposite direction, from higher concentration to lower. These semi-permeable membranes allows only particles of water, yes, which is made of cellulose acetate. That is made of cellulose acetate. This cream SPM is made of SPM, semi-permeable membranes, SPM, which allows only particles of the water, not impurities or solute particles. So this method very useful to get pure water from the sea water, salty water. This is now the pure solvent flow out of the solution through the semi-permeable membranes SPM. This phenomenon is called reverse osmosis and is of great practical utility. Reverse osmosis is used in desalination of seawater. A schematic setup for the process is shown in figure 12.2.11. When pressure more than osmotic pressure is applied, pure water is squeezed out of the seawater through the membranes. A variety of polymer membranes are available for this purpose. The pressure required for the reverse osmosis is quite high. A workable porous membrane is a film of porous means एकदम छिद्रालु cellulose acetate placed over a suitable support. Cellulose acetate is permeable to water but impermeable to impurities and iron present in seawater. These days many countries are used desalination plants to meet their potable water requirement. એટલે સી વોટરમાંથી પ્યોર વોટર મેળવવા આ મેથડનો અત્યારે યુઝ કરવામાં આવે છે. Now come to the index question. Question number 2.9. Short note about RO, reverse osmosis over here. Now we are in our example index question 2.9. Vapor pressure of pure water at 298 Kelvin temperature. Pure water is P1 degree, 23.8 millimeter. 50 gram of urea is dissolved in 85 gram of water. Yes, so 85 gram is W1 mass of solvent. Urea 50 gram is our solute added. Calculate the vapor pressure of water for this solution and its relative lowering. Yes. Vapor pressure of the water for this solution and its relative lowering એટલે કે ડેલ્ટા ટી B. Delta TF, sorry. Now in text question, here you can see vapor pressure of pure water at 298 Kelvin. You can see it is given that vapor pressure of pure water P1 degree, 23.8 millimeter of mercury height. W1 mass of solvent 850, weight of urea W2 50 gram, molecular mass of water 18 gram, molecular mass of urea 60 gram. Now we have to calculate vapor pressure of water in the solution. We take vapor pressure as a P1. Now from Raoult's law we have P degree minus P1 upon Raoult's law. P1 degree minus P1 upon P1 degree is equal to mole fraction of the solute. So mole fraction of the solute means N2 upon N1 plus N2. Mole of solute upon total mole of the solution. Here P1 degree is given 23.8. P1 we have to define vapor pressure of solution. N2 means W2 upon M2, W1 upon M1 plus mass upon molecular mass means mole. So here 23.8 minus P1 upon 23.8. So 50 by 60. Now 850 upon 18. Molecular mass of water 18. A mass of solvent 850. Molecular mass of water 18. Here 50 by 60. So what happens there? 23.8 minus P1 upon 23.8 equal to 0.83 upon 47.22 plus 0.83. So what happens actually there? So 23.8 minus P1 upon 23 0.0173. So P1 will be 23.4 millimeter mercury height. Hence the vapor pressure of water at the given solution is 23.4. And relative lowering, yes, this one is lowering. P1 minus P1. P1 degree minus P1, a lowering in vapor pressure 0.0173. Yes, lowering, relative lowering in vapor pressure 0.073. Understood? P1 degree means vapor pressure of pure solvent, minus P1 means lowering in vapor pressure, upon P1 degree means relative lowering in vapor pressure. Relative is equal to mole fraction of solute. So 0.073, 0173. Question 2.10. Another in-text question. Boiling point of water at a 750 millimeter height is 99.63 degrees Celsius. How much sucrose is to be added to 500 gram of water such that it boils 100 degrees Celsius? molar elevation constant for water 0.52 Kelvin into kilogram into mole inverse. Now listen. Elevation in boiling point. So delta TB. Delta TB is equal to TB minus T degree B. 100 plus 273. 373 minus 99.63 plus 273. So 100 270 100 minus 99.63 લઈએ 273 કોમન લઈ લઈએ તો 100 minus 99.63 0.37. Yes, remember here change in temperature remains same in Celsius and in Kelvin. Temperature 0 degree હોય તો એ કેલ્વિન 273 થાય પણ ચેન્જ ઇન ટેમ્પરેચર હોય તો એ સેમ રહેશે. આ સપોઝ કહો 0 ડિગ્રી હતું પછી 10 ડિગ્રી થાય ડિફરન્સ 10 આવે 10 માઇનસ 0 કેલ્વિન લઈને આ 273 આ 283 ડિફરન્સ તો સેમ આવે ને એટલે સેલ્સિયસ અને કેલ્વિન ટેમ્પરેચર ડિફરન્ટ હોય કેલ્વિનમાં પણ જે ચેન્જ ઇન ટેમ્પરેચર છે એ સેમ હોય એટલે 10 ડિગ્રી માઇનસ 0 ડિગ્રી એટલે 10 આવે 283 માઇનસ 273 કરું તો એ 10 આવે એટલે ડેલ્ટા ટી સેમ આવે ટી સેમ નો ડેલ્ટા ટી સેમ હોય એટલે કેલ્વિન એ લઈ શકાય ને સેલ્સિયસ એ લઈ શકાય. માસ ઓફ ધી વોટર 500 ગ્રામ is given. Molar mass of the sucrose. Sucrose means C12H22O11. So here 11 C12H22O11. Here 12 ja 144, 22 ja 122, 11 into 16. So 176. So total 342. Molar elevation constant is given Kb 0.52. But we know that formula. આપણે એડેડ સબસ્ટન્સ નું માસ ડિરાઈવ કરવું છે. We have to derive. So here delta TB is equal to Kb into m 1000 into W2 upon m2 and W1. Here Kb for getting m2 Kb into 1000 into W2 upon delta TB into W1. Here Kb is 0.37. No, W2 we have to define. So W2 is equal to delta TB, into M2 W1 upon Kb and 1000. Delta TB is 0.37 derived. Molecular mass calculated 342. Mass of solvent 500. Kb 0.52 and 1000. So 121.67 should be added. Mass of the solute. એટલે સુક્રોઝ આટલું એડ કરવું પડે તો 0.37 elevation in boiling point આવે. Now 2.11. Calculate the mass of ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid means C6H8O6, vitamin C. Ascorbic acid is the vitamin C to be dissolved in 75 gram of acetic acid. To lower its melting point by 1.5 degrees Celsius. Melting point we have to decrease 1.5 degrees Celsius. So Kf is given 3.9 Kelvin into kilogram per mole. Mass of acetic acid. Here acetic acid is our solvent. Yes. And solute is ascorbic acid. Molar mass of ascorbic acid 12, 8, 12, 6, 72. 8 1 8 and 16 into 6. So 176 molecular mass of ascorbic acid. So with help of delta Tf is equal to Kf into m. Easily we can define W2. Delta Tf is equal to Kf into m. So 1000 into W2 upon M2 and W1. So W2 will be, same question, delta Tf into M2 W1 upon Kf into 1000. Here delta Tf is 1.5. 176 molecular mass of solute, 75 mass of solvent Kf 3.9 in 1000. So which is 5.08 ascorbic acid should be dissolved. Now next question 2.12. Calculate the osmotic pressure in pascals. Yes. We have to define osmotic pressure but in a pascal. Exerted by a solution prepared by dissolving 1 gram of polymer. Let substance 1 gram which is solute of molar mass and molar mass 1,85,000 in 450 milli of water at 37 degrees Celsius. Here pi is equal to WRT upon M. Yes sir. Volume of water 450 milli. So we have to divide by 1000, so 0.45 liter. Temperature 37 plus 2 73, so 310 Kelvin. So mass upon molecular mass gives mole. So pi is equal to nRT upon V. Here R is the gas constant and value of it in Pascal 8.314 10 raised to 3 Pascal into liter, mole inverse into Kelvin. It means that our pressure will be in Pascal, volume compulsory in liter, quantity in mole, temperature in Kelvin we have to take. So here mole 1 upon 1,85,000 is a mole. Volume 0.45 liter, R 8.314 10 raised to 3 and temperature in Kelvin 310. So 30.98 means 31 approximate Pascal. Now last question of the chapter. Abnormal molecular mass. Abnormal molecular mass. Come to the point abnormal. Abnormal means wrong, not actual. Not actual means abnormal. All the formula we discussed, Raoult's law, elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, osmotic pressure, main flow, which are applicable for those solutes which are non-volatile and not experiences dissociation or association into the water. Urea, sucrose, glucose, all these substances when we dissolve into urea, so it dissolves into water but never experiences ionization, એટલે ક્યારે એનો આયોનાઇઝેશન નહીં થાય તો લાગુ પડી શકે. But substances like a ionic compound, when we dissolve into water, suppose KCl is taken, so 1 mole KCl, so molecular mass is 74.5 gram per mole. When we dissolve into water, so it gives K plus and Cl minus. So here 39 and here 35.5. So it gives average 31.75. So you can say our molecular mass when we derive practically we get wrong, which is half than original molecular mass, that is abnormal mass. એટલે KCl છે વોટરમાં ડિઝોલ્વ નથી થયું, આખો મોલેક્યુલ્સ છે જેનો મોલેક્યુલર માસ 174.5 ગ્રામ પર મોલ થશે. When we dissolve into water, so it gives K plus and Cl minus. Our molecular mass of K plus 39 આનો 35.5, તો બેનો ટોટલ બાય 2 કારણ કે પાર્ટિકલ ડબલ થઈ ગયા. આ 1 મોલ હતા, 1 plus 1 2 મોલ પાર્ટિકલ થઈ ગયા ને એ બેનો ટોટલ ડિવાઇડ બાય 2 એટલે એવરેજ મોલેક્યુલર માસ આ એક પાર્ટિકલ આખું હતું. તો મોલેક્યુલર માસ એક પાર્ટિકલ નું હોય તો આ બેના માસના એવરેજ જેટલો મોલેક્યુલર માસ આવે તો વી ગેટ એબનોર્મલ. એટલે જ્યારે કોઈ આયોનિક કમ્પાઉન્ડ એક્સપીરિયન્સીસ આયોનાઇઝેશન ઇનટુ વોટર, so gated molecular mass should be less than original, so that is called the abnormal molecular mass. Yes, why this happens? Actually formula delta TB is equal to Kb into n. Elevation in boiling point, suppose molality is 1, so elevation in boiling point equal to Kf. તો ફોર વોટર માટે કેફ કેટલું છે? 0.52 છે. અંડરસ્ટુડ? સો હવે પહેલા 1 મોલ હતું બિફોર આયોનાઇઝેશન. આફ્ટર આયોનાઇઝેશન હવે 2 મોલ પાર્ટિકલ થઈ જાય. તો રાઇઝ ઇન બોઇલિંગ પોઈન્ટ will be double 1.04 Kelvin. So we have to know how much part is your taken of solute ionization and ionization degree compulsory we have to know. We know that ionic compounds when dissolved in water dissociate into cation and anion. એટલે ionization થાય. For example, if we dissolve 1 mole of KCl having 74.5 gram in water, we expect 1 mole each of K plus and 1 mole of Cl minus to be released in the solution. If this happens, there would be 2 moles of particles in the solution. So 1 mole માંથી 2 mole particle થઈ જાય. If we ignore interionic attractions, 1 mole of KCl in 1 kilogram of water would be expected to increase the boiling point. તો આપણે અહીંયા કોઈ પ્રકારનું એટ્રેક્શન નથી એવું માની લે, 100% આયોનાઇઝેશન થઈ જાય તો 0.52 into 2, so it will be double 1.04 Kelvin we get. Now if we did not know about the degree of dissociation, degree means one part માંથી how much part dissociates, that is called the dissociation degree. One part માંથી how much part dissociates, that is degree, we could be led to conclude that mass of 2 mole particle is 74.5 gram and the mass of 1 mole of KCl would be 37.25 gram. એટલે 2 મોલ પાર્ટિકલનું માસ 74.1 થાય તો મોલેક્યુલર માસ છે રેફરન્સ ટુ 1 મોલ જ હોય ને, એટલે 2 મોલ પાર્ટિકલ હતા લિક્વિડની અંદર સોલ્યુશનમાં તો 74.5, but molar mass should be reference to 1 mole. So at 1 mole કેટલું થઈ જાય એટલે half થઈ જાય. This brings into light in the rule that when this is dissociate of solute into ion, experimentally determine molar mass always lower than the true value. Any ionic compound which experiences ionization into water, કોઈ પણ compound કે જે water માં એનું ionization થાય છે તો એના particles છે એ અડધા થઈ જાય છે, એટલે પાર્ટિકલ બમણા થાય અને મોલેક્યુલર માસ છે હાફ કે ઓછું થઈ જાય છે. Another acetic acid, yes, when we take into benzene is solvent, so here 2 molecules of acetic acid are combined with each other by intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So that is called dimer. બે molecules જોડાય, dimerization in benzene due to hydrogen bonding. This normally happens in solvent of low dielectric constant. Water છે એ પોલર છે એટલે એની પોલારિટી હાઈ છે તો ડાઇલેક્ટ્રિક કોન્સ્ટન્ટ 80 છે, જ્યારે બેન્ઝીન જે નોન પોલર છે એટલે વોટરમાં એસિડિક એસિડ નાખો ને તો આયોનાઇઝેશન થાય તો ઓરિજિનલ મોલેક્યુલર માસ કરતા લેસ મળે, પણ બેન્ઝીનમાં એસિડિક એસિડ નાખ્યું તો અને બે મોલેક્યુલ કમ્બાઈન થાય ડાઈમર એટલે 2 મોલેક્યુલ જોડાઈ જાય એટલે આને 2 મોલ હોય તેમાંથી હાફ અડધા મોલ થઈ જાય છે, તો આનો બે મોલેક્યુલ્સ કમ્બાઈન થાય તો એક્ચ્યુઅલ મોલેક્યુલર માસ કરતા ડિરાઇવ્ડ માસ ડબલ થઈ જશે. આનો 60 છે મોલેક્યુલર માસ તો બેન્ઝીનમાં 120 આપશે, આને એસોસિએશન કહેવાય, ઓલું ડિસોસિએશન કહેવાય, આ એસોસિએશન થાય એટલે પાર્ટિકલ્સ છે સોલ્યુશનની અંદર ડિક્રીઝ થઈ જાય, એટલે આ બે પાર્ટિકલ હોય તો એકમાં પણ મોલેક્યુલર માસ છે આવા પાર્ટિકલ કમ્બાઈન થાય એટલે આ 2 મોલ હતા એમાંથી 1 મોલ થઈ જાય, પાર્ટિકલ ઓફ થઈ જાય તો મોલેક્યુલર માસ ઇન્ક્રીઝ થઈ જાય. It can be understood ionization means dissociation and dimerization means association. It can be undoubtedly stated here that all the molecules of ethanoic acid in benzene and delta Tb or delta Tf for ethanoic acid will be half of the normal value. Yes, એની જે normal value કરતા half થઈ જાય. કેમ? delta Tb is equal to Kb into m, આની મોલાલિટી 2 હતી હવે 1 થઈ જાય એટલે 2m માંથી m થાય એટલે delta Tb delta Tf કેવું થઈ જાય half થઈ જશે. Now therefore be twice the expected value such a molar mass, so molar mass double થઈ જાય, that is either lower or higher then the expected or normal value is called abnormal. Abnormal means wrong, ખોટો આપે છે. એટલે whenever our substance ionizes experiences ionization means dissociation into water તો molecular mass original હોય એના કરતા less મળે, association થાય પાર્ટિકલ કમ્બાઇનિંગ થતા હોય તો molecular mass derived છે હોય એના કરતા more હોય છે. So in 1880, Van Top introduced a factor for this problem. It is I. In 1880, Van Top discovered a factor, that is Van Top factor, known as the Van Top factor, to account for the extent of dissociation or association. This factor I is defined as a normal molar mass upon abnormal molar mass. Yes, normal molar mass upon abnormal. Suppose KCl once again. So normal is 74.5. Practically derived K plus and Cl, average of these both 37.25. So our I will be 2. Whenever our compound stored in your mind experiences ionization, so value of I should be more than 1. And whenever our particles are associated with each other, બે પાર્ટિકલ કમ્બાઇન થઈ અને એક સિંગલમાં કન્વર્ટેડ હોય, બેમાંથી 1 થાય. તો આનો જે એસિડિક એસિડનો ઓરિજિનલ મોલેક્યુલર માસ છે 120 છે, પ્રેક્ટિકલી 240, આ 60 અને 120, તો 1/2 એટલે 0.5 મળે. એસોસિએશન થાય તો I should be less than 1 થાય. હવે ઓરિજિનલ અને એબનોર્મલ બે સેમ હોય તો I1 થાય. યુરિયા, ગ્લુકોઝ આ બધામાં I1 હશે. That is Van Top factor. Observed colligative properties and calculated. Number of moles of particle after association or dissociation. Yes. KCl માં particle કેટલા હોય? 1 before dissociation. So before association it is 1 particle. After dissociation it is 2. Before 1, so 1 top of you 2. In case of acidic acid, 2 particles are combined and gives one huge particle. 2 to 1. So 1/2. So here I will be 0.5. Understood? Here abnormal molar mass is the experimental determined molar mass, and calculated calculative properties colligative are obtained by assuming the non-volatile solute neither associate nor dissociate. In case of association, value of I is less than unity, एक करता ओછી. While for dissociation it is greater than unity, एक करता વધારે. For example, value of I for aqueous KCl solution is close to 2, where acidic acid in benzene is value of I is 0.5, we discussed. KCl માટે IV maximum value 2 થાય, 2 particle by 1, so I2. acidic acid માટે જોયું આપણે 1/2, so 0.5 થાય. Inclusion of Van Top factor modifies the equations for colligative property as follow. So yes, Raoult's law is applicable for the solute which is not experiences association or dissociation. એટલે પાર્ટિકલ કમ્બાઇન ના થતા હોય કે આયોનાઇઝેશન ના થતું હોય તો. But here whenever ionization થાય, association થાય, so I should be multiply for get the pure answer. Why તમને કહું? અહીંયા આપણે 34.7 KCl માટે 37.2 આવે derived value 2 વડે મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરી નાખો એટલે એક્ઝેક્ટ સાચો આન્સર આવી જાય. એટલે I વડે મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરવું પડે. પછી ડેલ્ટા ટીબી વાળી વેલ્યુ છે, સો I વડે મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરવાનું. ડેલ્ટા ટીએફ I મલ્ટીપ્લાય. I ક્યારે લેવાનો? જ્યારે સોલ્યુટ ડિસોસિએટ કે એસોસિએટ થતું હોય ત્યારે. બાકી યુરિયા હોય, ગ્લુકોઝ હોય, તેમાં I1 લઈ લેવાનું, એટલે કંઈ ફેર પડે નહીં. For the osmotic pressure value pi is equal to I into RT upon V. The table depicts the value of the factors I for several strong electrolyte. KCl, yes sir. Want of factor I also depends upon concentration of the electrolytes. I value appeared 2 as the solution became very dilute. NaCl હોય એમાં number of particle 2 છે. Suppose 100% ionization થાય છે, so value will be 2 for NaCl. હવે solution of NaCl is more concentrated. Suppose which is 0.1 molarity. એટલે concentration વધારે ionization less થાય. So want of factor not 2 but 1.87. Concentration એટલે 0.1 molarity means 1 kilogram water માં 0.1 mole is added છે. એટલે concentration high છે, એટલે ionization less થાય, તો want of factor less. હવે molarity 0.01 લો, એટલે 1 કિલોગ્રામ માં 0.01 મોલ, એટલે સ્પેસ વધી જાય, આયનાઇઝેશન મોર થાય, તો મોલ want of factor 1.94. હજી કોન્સન્ટ્રેશન આપણે ડિક્રીઝ કરીએ, સો આયનાઇઝેશન મોર, want of factor increase. વેરી ડાયલ્યુટ સોલ્યુશન લઈ લઈએ, સો want of factor 2 થી વધારે ના થાય, કારણ કે પાર્ટિકલ તો બે જ આપે ને, like NaCl, KCl also with decreasing in concentration want of factor increases. MgSO4, Mg plus 2SO4, here also with decreasing in concentration want of factor increases, and highest only 2, but here highest is 3. 2 potassium, 1 sulfate. So with decreasing concentration, your maximum want of factor should be 3. After dissociation ion 3, before 1, 3 by 1, so I will be 3, maximum 3. Now 5 minutes, listen, I am last point. Here, before this question, I want to say something and which is important. Listen, and then we will meet in our next lecture. First, one thing here, delta TB and TB. Which one is the colligative property? TB, boiling point, is not a colligative property. When we take 10 milli water, when we take 100 milli water and 1000 milli water, boiling point of it remains same, amount whatever of the water. So boiling point is not a colligative property, but rise in boiling point, yes, when we add some amount of solute, suppose 1 mole is added in 1 liter, 1 kilogram, so rise in boiling point, suppose 102, at 2 mole solute it will be 104, so rise in boiling point, it means elevation in boiling point is a colligative property. એટલે કેટલું સોલ્યુટ તમે એડ કરો છો, બોઇલિંગ પોઈન્ટ થી ક્વોન્ટિટી ઉપર ડિપેન્ડન્ટ નથી, which is not a colligative property, but increasing in boiling point is a colligative property. Now in freezing point also is not colligative property, but depression in freezing point is a colligative property. Why? When we take 100 milli water, so it freezes at 0 degree Celsius. When we take 1000 milli water, so also freezes at 0 degree. Ice 0 degree બનશે. So freezing point is not colligative property. એટલે ક્વોન્ટિટી ઉપર ડિપેન્ડ નહીં કરે. પણ આમાં મીઠું એડ કરીએ. So now boiling point became -2. More NaCl is added, then it became -3. So decreasing in freezing point. Yes. So depression in freezing point is a colligative property. How much solute is added એની ક્વોન્ટિટી ઉપર ડિપેન્ડ કરે. એટલે કહેવાનો મતલબ બોઇલિંગ પોઈન્ટ અને ફ્રીઝિંગ પોઈન્ટ કોલિગેટિવ પ્રોપર્ટી નથી, પણ એલિવેશન ઇન બોઇલિંગ પોઈન્ટ એટલે ડેલ્ટા ટીબી અને depression in freezing point both are colligative properties. Now chapter is over. Now we will discuss in our next lecture exercise and MCQs and examples by. We will meet in our next lecture. Take care.